As I said, Don, that Lawrence Taylor can pour water on anybody he wants to. The only person I know he might not pour it on is Mike Tyson.
The ceremonial dunking as Parcells is waving back the photographer. But it's a day of celebration for the Giants as they win their division and assure themselves home field in the first round of the playoffs. 2 weeks from now. Now for Ahmad Rashad, this is Don Criqui. Glad you can be with us. The Giants win it 34-17, and a Merry Christmas to all and the happiest of holidays from Giant Stadium.
Beware of this guy who's no Santa Claus. His name, Letterman. His show, Late Night. His guest this week, Paulie, Reiser, Cliff. Watch out for him, only on NBC.
If you've been waiting for the right moment to buy or lease a Honda, it's just arrived at your Tri-Honda dealer.
Long ago, in this Bell Atlantic neighborhood, you could hear Brahms every afternoon, played by a little girl just a telephone call away from fame. A call that introduced us all to the glorious voice of Roberta Flack. The people of Bell Atlantic have always answered the call for Roberta and for you.
This December, things are really heating up. Heating up at every GM division. Each dealer is out to make December hotter than ever before. Deals like 4.8% APR GMAC financing for 48 months or cash back up to $750 on the roomy new sedan and sport coupe, the Chevrolet Lumina. Yes, this December is incredibly hot at every GM division. It's GM's Hot December. Come feel the heat.
Don't let your doctor fool you. Monday, live at 5.
The Budweiser NFL Report is sponsored by Budweiser. Beechwood aged for that clean, crisp taste. This Bud's for you.
Dave Meggett started the Giants on their way to a clinching victory in the NFC East today with his 76-yard punt return against the Raiders. Los Angeles made it tough, though. The game was tied at 17 at halftime. The Giants were able to dominate the second half. They win 34-17. So Dave Meggett in his rookie year is going to the playoffs and the Pro Bowl. The Giants are the champions of the NFC East. Hi, everybody. Bob Costas along with the Juice. O.J. Simpson. Once again, we wish you a Merry Christmas. And we start this segment by giving you a look at the playoff picture. For those of you who watched the Raider-Giant game and are just joining us now for the post-game show, we'll get to all the scores and highlights in a moment. But first, these are the teams in the AFC that have clinched. The Broncos, the Bills, the Browns, of course, as champions of the AFC Central by virtue of their victory over the Oilers last night. And the Oilers, despite closing the season with consecutive defeats at the hands of the Bengals and the Browns, get in at 9-7 as a wild card. They clinched when the Colts lost today at New Orleans. These teams are alive, just two of them, for the last wild card slot. The Bengals get it if they beat the Vikings tomorrow night at the Metrodome. It's the Steelers, with the Bengals being eliminated, if Minnesota beats Cincinnati. Okay, and now, this is what the matchup would be. If Pittsburgh is the wild card team and Cincinnati is eliminated, then Pittsburgh plays at Houston next week in the wild card game. But if the Bengals win tomorrow at Minnesota, what have we got? We've got a rematch. Glanville coming into Cincinnati yet again, the duel with Sam Weish. It'll be at Riverfront 2 weeks after the 61-7 demolition of the Oilers. Houston will have to come back to Cincinnati for the wild card game. Okay. Now on to the NFC we go. The 49ers, the Giants, the Eagles, and the Rams have clinched. 49ers champs of the West, Giants in the East, Eagles and Rams will be the wild card teams. The only thing that is at issue now in the NFC is the champion of the Central. The runner-up will be eliminated. The runner-up cannot be a wild card. The Vikings are champions. It's this simple now. If they beat the Bengals at home tomorrow night, if Cincinnati wins there, the Packers get in, and the Vikings go home. Juice, my man.
Well, it's been obviously a very exciting day. You sort of feel bad for Indianapolis, a team that had their destiny in their own hands. They blew it. What can I tell you? But you look at a team like New Orleans, here's a team that's probably the best team that's not in the playoffs. I'm still amazed at the fact that the Pittsburgh Steelers has a chance to go to the playoffs. They were horrible when the season began, and I think Chuck Noll is a coach that might have done his finest coaching job this year, despite the fact that he's won 4 Super Bowls.
You know, the AFC matchups are clear. It's either Pittsburgh at Houston in the wild card game or Houston at Cincinnati. Then For the teams that get the byes, Buffalo plays at Cleveland after a week off, and the wild card winner would then move on to play at Mile High Stadium in Denver. And, of course, the Broncos have the home field all the way through the playoffs as long as they stay alive. Is that all clear, ladies and gentlemen? Actually, a lot clearer than you would have thought at the beginning of the day. And we're back after this.
Holiday greetings from Budweiser. The people who bring you Budweiser wish you and yours the very best of everything this holiday season.
Performance, for some people, is a way of life. For them, there's Speed Stick Antiperspirant. Nothing glides on drier. Nothing protects you against wetness and odor in a bigger way. Speed Stick, the wide stick.
Many men have sensitive skin that's irritated by shaving. Aftershave skin conditioner is clinically proven to soothe and relieve razor-scraped skin. Sensible care for sensitive skin. After.
Okay, as promised, for those of you who saw the Raiders and the Giants, here are all the scores, starting with your game. Giants 34, Raiders 17, a pair of one-yard touchdown runs for the seemingly ageless O.J. Anderson, and he goes over 1,000 yards for the 6th time in his career. The Gatorade celebration is back. Bill Parcells will be doused. They finish the year at 12-4. They get a first-round bye. They're the champs of the NFC East. Okay, the Philadelphia Eagles go to 11-5 with a home victory. It's now a final over the Phoenix Cardinals, 31-14. Phoenix finishes by losing 6 in a row, including the last 5 after they dismissed their head coach, Gene Stallings. Remember what they said? Bill Bidwell and Larry Wilson said when they let Stallings go, hey, if he doesn't want to be here next year, let's get him out of here. It's a disruption. It's bad for the atmosphere. We think we can win if we clear the air. They lost their last 5 in a row without him. Kansas City at Miami, and Kansas City wins this game 27-24. Each team had slim wild card hopes when the day began. Neither will make the playoffs. Kansas City 8-7-1. Miami finishes the year at 500 at 8-8. Marino threw 3 touchdown passes today. Christian Okoye had 98 yards rushing on the day, including a touchdown for Kansas City. Okoye for the year, 1,480 yards. Barry Sanders for Detroit, we'll tell you about his game at Atlanta in a moment, but with that game still having about a minute to play, has 158 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's at 1,470, 10 yards behind Okoye for the league rushing title. But as I'm glancing at the monitor, Detroit is running out the clock, and Sanders is on the bench. So apparently, in this great rookie season for him, he'll fall 10 yards shy of Okoye. Indianapolis had a chance to clinch a wild card spot. They didn't need any help at all. All they had to do was win at the Superdome, but that was easier said than done for Ron Meyer and company. The game was close. It was 10-6 at halftime. This was the only touchdown of the first half. Forcade backpedaling and firing this one to Eric Martin, who makes the leaping catch. Then in the second half, New Orleans got fancy. Here's Bobby Morse handing the ball on the reverse off the punt to Robert Massey, who almost goes all the way. Ron Stark makes a nice saving tackle, but Dalton Hilliard scored shortly after that. It was Hilliard's 18th touchdown of the year. He leads the NFL in that department. Here's Forcade yet again, flushed out of the pocket, and look how wide open Hobie Brenner is off the scramble, 30-yard touchdown. A grim Ron Meyer on this Christmas Eve. 41-6. New Orleans finishes at 9-7. They do not make the playoffs. Indy is out. They go 500 for the year at 8-8. The rest of the scores when we come back as the postgame show continues right after this.
Holiday greetings from Budweiser. The people who bring you Budweiser wish you and yours the very best of everything this holiday season.
I give 110%. So does Speed Stick deodorant. Has no alcohol to evaporate. Its protection lasts all day. 110% protection that glides on. That's your edge.
Speed Stick deodorant, the wide stick. Many men have sensitive skin that's irritated by shaving.
Aftershave Skin Conditioner is clinically proven to soothe and relieve razor-scraped skin. Sensible care for sensitive skin. After.
By Menon.
Pittsburgh staying alive in the wild card chase. They're in as a wild card if the Bengals lose tomorrow night against the Vikings. They go to 9-7, the Steelers do. On a surprisingly cold day in Tampa. It's not often you have to dress that way for a game in Tampa, but 39 degrees at game time. Here's Joe Ferguson zipping this one 7 yards for a touchdown to Mark Carrier. Ferguson at 39, the league's oldest quarterback, started in place of the injured Vinny Testaverde. Bubby Brister hooks up with Lewis Lips. 79-yard catch and run. One of 2 touchdowns for Lips today on passes from Brister. Pittsburgh goes on to win it 31-22. Here's Lips again. Didn't realize we'd show you this one. Here it is. Makes the catch. Bowls over the last defender. Into the end zone he goes. Rod Woodson had a big day. He returned the game's opening kickoff 72 yards to set up 1 touchdown for Pittsburgh. He intercepted a Ferguson pass. That led to a Steeler field goal. Pittsburgh wins it 31-22. Green Bay goes to 10-6. Dallas finishes the year at 1-15, but Dallas's lone victory cost the Washington Redskins a trip to the playoffs. Green Bay wins at Dallas 20-10. The Rams at New England, with Greg Bell rushing for better than 200 yards, including the game-winning 3-yard touchdown run in the waning moments. The Rams prevail 24-20, and in the process, they clinch a wild card. They had to hold their breath with 9 seconds to go. The Patriots had first and goal at the 5 and misfired on 3 plays. Here's the last one. As time expires, a man open at the back of the end zone, but he is out as the ball trickles off his fingertips. These are the Packers in their locker room after their victory at Dallas, watching the last play, and it slips away as the Rams clinch the wild card with the victory, a victory that from the Packer perspective even Santa Claus can't approve of. The Packers would have had a wild card shot as well as a shot at the division championship in the NFC Central had the Rams lost. Now the only way the Packers can get in is if the Bengals beat the Vikings tomorrow night. The runner-up in the NFC Central, be it the Vikings or the Packers, will not go as a wild card. Only the division champion will. The Rams prevailed today at Foxborough 24-20. Interesting story developed in Atlanta, where this is now a final 31-24. The Lions win it. They close the year with 5 straight wins, and they win 6 of their last 7 to finish the year at 7-9. Atlanta at 3-13, worst record in the league other than Dallas, which traded away its rights to the first pick, actually lost it when they took Steve Walsh in the supplemental draft. So Atlanta is going to get the #1 pick overall in the upcoming college draft for whoever their new coach is. Barry Sanders, great day today, 3 touchdowns, 158 yards, finishes 10 behind Okoye for the league rushing title.
And I'm sure Wayne Fontes is going to feel pretty bad tomorrow when he finds out that his star rookie running back was 10 yards away. He had 2 timeouts, and a minute to go, the kid could have won the rushing title. Unfortunately, I'm sure the PR department didn't alert him to that on the sidelines, or you'd have had him in the game and let him run the ball some. Of course, Neil Anderson still has a shot at it.
But what a year. I mean, what a year for Barry Sanders, the Heisman Trophy winner. What an impressive rookie campaign for him. Less than 8,000 in Atlanta today, by the way. Smallest crowd in their history. Wrap it up after this.
Don't worry. They're going to love you.
Staying cool, trying to impress, making points when you put to the test, for showing what's inside of you, winning their hearts, coming through this buzz for you.
Here it comes, cold and crisp, clean and refreshing, the one and only taste of the king of beers.
I give 110%. So does Speed Stick deodorant. Has no alcohol to evaporate. Its protection lasts all day. 110% protection that glides on. That's your edge.
Speed Stick deodorant, the wide stick. Nothing's rougher on a man's face than shaving. That's why there's Skin Bracer. It's more than an aftershave. It soothes, cools, tightens pores, so it's good for your skin.
Thanks. I needed that.
Skin Bracer Aftershave.
By Menon.
This has been the Budweiser NFL Report, sponsored by Budweiser. Beechwood Age for that clean, crisp taste. This Bud's for you.
The executive producer of NBC Sports is Terry O'Neill. NFL Live, produced by David Neal. Directed by Bucky Guntz. News producer, Ricky Diamond. Technical director, Richard Sansevere. That'll do it for this final regular season Sunday of the 1989 campaign. Join us next weekend for 3 solid days of football on NBC. On Saturday, it's the Freedom Bowl. On Sunday, December 31st, the AFC wildcard game. And then on New Year's Day, it's Championship Monday with the Hall of Fame Bowl, the Fiesta Bowl, and the Orange Bowl, all right here on NBC. For now, for all of us here in New York, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, everybody. See you next week.
The preceding has been a presentation of NBC Sports.